Alright guys, today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars Revell U-Wing Fighter Rogue One by Revell Snaptite. I profiled this vehicle in one of my other videos earlier. I thought it would be very neat to get one of these and put it together. So that's what we're going to get here done today, guys. So this is how the pieces come out of the box. And so this is what everything looks like. So we're going to get this thing together, guys. Guys, this is AD again, and I wanted to do a profile of the Hasbro U-Wing and the Revell model Snaptite U-Wing. Now there obviously are some very differences. Obviously the scale, Hasbro is giving you a very nice scale with the U-Wing, just so you guys can please forgive me, and I hope you can see that. I hope it's not too much of a glare, but there is Hasbro's version, complete with the landing gear underneath. Just get you guys a good look at it. And I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of videos of this vehicle already. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. Just going to do a quick comparison. So that's what the vehicle looks like with the wings in the back position. So very nice vehicle. Love the scale of this vehicle. I am very much into scale. And then of course we have Cassian on the inside, 3.75 inch figure. Not my favorite, but is the only one that will fit in this vehicle. So getting a look at the character, obviously the Revell doesn't come with the character, but it does have two figures, not figures, but it has two pilots on the inside, and we'll get to that in just a moment. And there's Cassian, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him to stand here, guys. I'm not too good with the 3 points here, but let's see what I can do with Cassian. Get him to stand, and there we go. We got him standing. All right. So obviously, I wasn't. Looking at some of the pictures, I wasn't too happy with the vehicle. I'm not happy with this cargo hold. Should be much larger. It's supposed to have troops to be deployed. The cockpit is just for one pilot, and there is a difference with the Revell version. So it'll be interesting to see what is going to be the more movie accurate version. I'm sure that the Revell version is going to be the more movie accurate version, because even though it's not a large scale, it is depicting a scale that would include a sufficient cargo hold that would be able to deploy troops. And there are two pilots that are on the inside of this particular vehicle. However, I can't open the hatch because it's not an open hatch, but it does have two tiny little pilots that are on the inside, and I'll try to get you guys a close-up shot when we pull that vehicle out and show all the features of that vehicle. So again, with the Hasbro, it's a very nice, very nice scale. I do love the detail on it. I hope you guys can see the detail even on the inside. There's some detail with the seating. Not really a panel on the inside to speak of, so there's that. And then of course you have the feature where you can slide the wings closed. And then of course it is a Nerf shooter. I'm not too much into the Nerf shooter thing, so I'm sure you guys have seen videos where they've shot it off, so I'm not going to go through all that, guys. But you know, here's a back view of the vehicle. Very nice vehicle. One of my favorite vehicles coming from Rogue One. That's why I had to purchase this, and not only this one, but the Revell version. So I am very pleased with this. I didn't know if I was going to be happy with it, because I think this should be a larger scale vehicle. I think it should be legacy size, like the Millennium Falcon 2010, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the correct year. I do have that version upstairs. And I think this should have been also that scale, but I'm happy with this. And what I would like to do with this, and also with this vehicle as well, is get a little weathering on these, kind of get them worn a little bit, get them that authentic look of battle worn. So very nice vehicles, and I'm very happy with it. So now we're gonna profile the Revell Snaptite. And this is a brand new item, just as this is as well. And I profiled this on one of my other videos for sleeper toys for the Rogue Friday event. So I was able to pick it up, and I am very happy with this vehicle. Again, there are some subtle differences between the Hasbro version and this version, and I'm going to try to get you guys a very close view of everything that's inside this vehicle. And please excuse the lighting and everything. If it is a glare on the item, I do apologize. So here's a look at the vehicle all the way around. Very similar to the Hasbro. Decals and everything are very similar. One of the differences is that, as you can see, they have markings on our cargo hold door there. So I would be interested to see how true and accurate those are when the film comes out in December on this vehicle. But they did put a lot of detail in this vehicle, and I'm gonna get up here and get you guys a closer shot of the vehicle. If you can see on the inside, guys, and I do apologize if there is a glare, but there are two pilots actually in there sitting together. So it'll be interesting to see how accurate, again, that is. So also on this vehicle, just as they do on the Hasbro version, the wings do retract to the back. However, there is no lever to make them both retract at the same time, like on the Hasbro version, which is actually very, very neat. But again, you do get that feature with this vehicle, and there are the wings in that position. And then also with the landing gear on the vehicle, there are some differences there as well. I'm gonna get this vehicle up for you here, guys. So as you can see on the Hasbro version, you have the back landing gear underneath the engines, and then you have the two in the front. As with the Revell Snaptite version, you have the two in the front, and then you have the two in the back, but not on the engine. So there, again, is another difference between the two versions of this vehicle. So to show off one of the other features of this vehicle, it does come with an electronic feature, a very neat feature, and I'm going to show that off right now. So the cockpit lights up, you get the laser sounds, and then of course you have the flight sound of the U-wing. I believe there is a different recording than we see. So then you have just the laser sounds of the vehicle as well. So that is a great feature with this particular vehicle right here. Very impressed with this. It was only 19 bucks. So I think you get a pretty good vehicle for that price. The Hasbro version obviously was 50 bucks. I think it's okay as far as the scale is concerned. You don't get any electronic features on it. It does come with the figure, so that's a nice bonus. All in all, I think it's I think it could have been a little bit cheaper than the $50 price tag. You might want to wait for this particular vehicle to drop in price and go on clearance before you pick it up. You know, and if it's not on your on the top of your list, I absolutely love the vehicle, and that's why I purchased it. So again, if you're not really into vehicles, but this may be on your radar, you might want to wait for about a month or so, let the price drop on it, and get it for maybe about 30, 35 bucks or something like that. I think that's probably more of a fair price than 50 bucks. 19 bucks for this vehicle right here, I think is pretty good. It's pretty fair. Great attention to detail with this vehicle, even along here. And I hope you guys can see that, but there's detail all there in the engine, and that is the button that presses the sounds. Even on the back of the engine here, there's detail there as well. Underneath the vehicle, there is some detail. You have the window, clear window here, which I'm sure it'll be interesting to see how movie accurate that is to Rogue One. And I think you can actually see the two pilots a little bit better under that. Let me see if I can get that in there, guys. But you may, I don't know, hopefully you can see those two pilots in there. I don't know, but there it is, guys. Those are the two different versions of the U-Wing. You have your Hasbro version right here, and then of course you have the Revell Snaptite version. Very impressed with the Revell version. Absolutely great for the price tag of 19 bucks. Very, very impressed with the Revell Snaptite version of the U-Wing. I think it's absolutely great. I'm gonna keep it out on my desk somewhere. It's a perfect scale. I think it's perfect to have at the office, or of course it's a perfect toy for any child, I think 3 and up. So very impressed with the Revell. Again, I do like the Hasbro version. I am into scale, so it is a decent scale. However, I believe this should be larger. It should have a proper cargo hold for the deployment of troops. So that's my one of my pet peeves with the vehicle. But it seems to be, the wings seem to be sturdy, even though they are made of a plastic. There is a lot of great detail on this vehicle as well, on the engines as well. So again, I'm very pleased with the purchase of both. Again, this is probably better suited at a price of about $35, $35. I think for 19 bucks, again, this is an excellent price. So guys, I want to thank you very, very much for allowing me to show these vehicles off for you here today. And if you do like the video, please do consider giving a like. And if you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, and may the force be with you always.